Well, the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. A red letter day for everybody here, and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage. I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible, emotional, a roller coaster for everyone involved. The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The strains of the national anthem of Colombia. They have thrown down the gauntlet with that anthem. Now to match it. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, this guy, Theo Hernandez, comes from a family with great pedigree. Although he's a very different player to his older brother. He's a fine player in his own right, but Theo is about dynamism, pace and energy. He just loves to get on that front foot.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
So that's got things underway. Camavinga. That is Conte. Ambitious ball here. Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Barcola. Skims. He's having a shot! It was a good ball that, played into his feet.
Well, the quality of the supply has been acknowledged. Shame, that's when the quality ended.
And we have our very first corner. Surely! Colombia have the chance to go the other way. James Rodriguez. And they're back on the ball again. And Munoz. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
He just needed to be quicker then. This defence won't give you time to second-guess yourself.
And that's played in low. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. That's a good ball out wide.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, nice touch.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
poorly directed kick from the keeper, just about within shooting range. And that is a routine catch.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
Now there's a... and he shoots! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Neither side yet able to find the net. Well, that is one way to stop him. Lerma. Colombia applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Oh, that's a key interception. Mbappe. Now it's Barcola. He's got plenty of space out wide here. That's tidy. Chance for a shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. It's their second corner of the game. Colombia are looking to go forward now. No, he's not getting past him there. Cuesta. Out to the left it goes. Turns back here, probably the best option. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Barcola! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 3 coming up. That has been knocked clear. Looking to go deep. Lerma. And it's James Rodriguez. Diaz. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Dembele. He's picked his way through. It's Dembele! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Vargas gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. And now a sudden chance to counter. Munoz. Cuesta. Munoz. It's out for a goal kick. Conte. Played with speed from back to front. Mbappe is flagged offside. And it's James Rodriguez. Oh, it's come loose. And the shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Wasn't easy on the eye, but it's done its job. Gusto. And there's the end of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for the second half.
So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. So neither side has yet broken through. Could move up a gear here. That's a nicely shaped shapes to shoot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Hernandez is offering a wry smile there.
Diaz. But he's forced to go back. Mojica. Mojica made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. France needed that, they really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Mojica.
Such good technique.
Knocks it into space. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Hernandez. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Well timed, excellent interception. Diaz. And it's James Rodriguez. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Hernandez. Cuesta. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely shaped cross. And still, we await the first breakthrough. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Conte. France finding their passes. It's anyone's ball now. And again! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 4.
Look, a little variation can't hurt here because they've got no previous.
Griezmann.
France with another corner. Corner count is rising. That's 6. And he's heaved it away. And here's Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. France are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. He has found the way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great position.
Decent chance!
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Lerma attempts a clearance. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
France have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Now it's Thuram. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
It's a pretty loose pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And this is James Rodriguez. He's had a shot! That's going to go a long way. And France can counter now. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Camavinga. He'd have done well to reach that.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 3.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Le numéro 2. Changement en cours.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
5 minutes left on the clock. And he's had it nicked away. Lerma. And it's James Rodriguez.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Might be danger here. And that has been clubbed away. Kone laid into space, and he was quick to react. Into stoppage time, and it is still goalless. Now it's Cordoba. Diaz, he is onto this. Salute. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Chers spectateurs, je vais vous demander de bien vouloir vous tourner vers le grand écran pour un événement un peu particulier. Je ne vous en dis pas plus.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Begley.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We stand for the national anthem of France. Well, it's a formation, this, Jim, with a packed midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of flexibility, Peter. You know, combative without the ball, expansive with it. It's a system that's naturally going to ask an awful lot from your central striker, but also for anyone positioned out wide. You're the key supply route, and at the same time, the defensive cover. So, effectively, you're the lungs and legs of the team.
And that gets things running. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, this guy, Theo Hernandez, comes from a family with great pedigree, although he's a very different player to his older brother, who's a fine player in his own right. But Theo is about dynamism, pace and energy. He just loves to get on that front foot.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Gusto kept his eye on it, and he's there. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Can he get on the end of this? It's a promising position. Elects to cross. Cleared without hesitation. And they're quick to get it back. Over to the left. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Good ball, good take. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Back to the keeper it goes.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And that's going to be a goal kick. Thailand are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Great vision. That's the throw. And it's Hernandez. Conte! Too close for comfort. Chanatip, out to the right. And here's Barcola. Mbappe. Dembele. And the shot! Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Chanatip. Now, can they get him away? Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Shot a goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Chanatip. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And that has left him in a heap. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. In with the challenge. Oh, it's Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good-looking ball. And there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Cross into the box. That has ended up in no man's land. Nicely spread. Shot, surely! He's scored! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
There will be 1 minute added time.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And this is Dembele. There's the whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Dembele. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. It's played through for him. That's very neat. Balls. He rises! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Thailand needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Marcola might just make this. That's a little off target. Chanatip. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Mbappe was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Mbappe, Conte, decent chance! That's unlucky, just wouldn't come down.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Chanatip, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that is one way to stop him. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Mbappe! Great chance! It's a goal! France are back on level terms. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Substitution for Thailand, number 18.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
France really will be annoyed. They failed to make anything of their lead, and it's so typical that this happens.
Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Camavinga gets rid without sophistication. And they've got a throw. France perhaps contemplating their next change here. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Mbappe. And now the breakaway. And it's Griezmann. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's having a hit! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Number 13.
Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Substitution in progress.
Oh no, what has happened here? Otterbeer. And the shot! Oh, he's been caught. Oh, it's fallen loose again. Goal, France! And the comeback is complete. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
France take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Foot in.
Thailand really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
That's a sharp pass. That's really well cleared. And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, such a clip. Takes a shot! And that would have won it.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
Now it's Griezmann, and he welcomes it in. Nicely aimed pass. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Engages and forces him off the ball. There's a sharp little ball here. Griezmann. Good read, needed to be.
France really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And he's there to belt it away. Griezmann. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's having a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Nicely weighted ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And there goes the final whistle. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with what we've just witnessed. As soon as they got their goal, you felt they were always going to go on and find a winner, and they did just that.
And we come to you now with a
Many
quick
thanks to Jim,
request for
and
support
with that, it
for
is
our
a
World
very good night
Charity
to you.
Fund.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We stand for the national anthem of France.
Voici maintenant la composition de l'équipe de France.
To what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
And that gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, it's going to be hard to overlook the creative input of this guy, Mohamed Kudus. I'm not sure what his exact role will be, but for me, he's at his best as a central playmaker. Just dropping that little bit deeper, getting on the ball and linking everything up.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. He won't be happy with that one. That has been cut short. Now he's off and running. And he's managed to get free. Now it's Ayew. Oh, good spread. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nicely spread. Dembele tries making a foray down the right. Dembele's cross. Keeper has taken decisive action. It's a threatening ball. Colomboigny! Goal, France! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Ghana are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. There they go, hunting in tacks. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Dembele. It's a goal kick. Gusto. Chance for a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Oh, that's just unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate.
No way through.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Showing good feet. Hit into them. Up he goes! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Now it's Kolo Muani. He has found the way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that's fabulous. Nicked it back promptly. Brabio. Now it's Kolo Muani. And he's intervened well there. Abdul Samed. Now, can they get him away? Picked out brilliantly. Can he finish? He has done it! They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Ghana grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now it's Kudus. That has been slung wide. Abdul Samed looking to run onto it. Oh, he's been caught napping. And here's Ayew, and he's got the beating of his man. Griezmann was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And here's Ayew. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target, and it was worth a go.
Jiku gets over and intercepts. Ayew. That's been slipped through. Griezmann with the cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Williams. In with the challenge. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Fofana. Great vision. And he's heaved it away. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Fofana receives it in a good position here. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
It's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 4. À sa
Ghana
place,
get the second
le
half
numéro
going.
20.
Ghana couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Griezmann will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. France do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Williams looking to add to his goal. Big chance! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Williams, he's found a way through. And they're quick to get it back. Tries to play it through. Fofana, and now the breakaway. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Williams, spread it left. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Mbappe. And he plays one through. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Well, they've got it again. Knocks it into space. France perhaps contemplating their next change here. Searching pass he's played there. Lanti. Salisu. Abdul Samed. Ups for safety. Pressing high and with purpose. Threads one in. And that's gone loose. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
He's in a great position here. And the shots! Goal! France! And they're back in front. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce. They were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Numéro 20.
France go into the lead. Iñaki Williams is herring after that one. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Abdul Samed. Chouameni wins the duel this time. Now it's Williams, looking for the run. He's had a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Upamecano attempts a clearance.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
All right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 13, Griezmann. Le numéro 21. À leur place, le numéro 19.
Save by
Le numéro
Samba.
5. Changement
That
en cours.
has drawn gasps of disbelief.
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second-guess what the keeper was trying to do.
"75 minutes played. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
No, that was never going to make it. Well, there's the clearance. That's really well manoeuvred.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that's neat. Oh, facing up to his... Tries a shot! Abdul Samed. And Williams. No, he's not going to get any further than that. And it's Ayew. He's picked his way through. Looking to play him in. And that's been... And the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Attention, changement.
Ghana are making a change now.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get...
He's gone for goal. Salisu. France close now to seeing this one through to the end.
Temps additionnel.
Now it's Colomouani. Great ball if he can get there. He's having a shot! The final seconds now. Now this could be a chance. Now it's Williams. He is through here. Whistle's gone and they've got themselves a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. and easy for the goalkeeper. And that will be the final act. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Kolomuani claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I think that early goal, Peter, pretty much decided everything. It dictated an awful lot of how the game was going to unfold, and in the end we weren't left with any surprises. It worked out as we thought it might.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Begley.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We stand for the national anthem of France. Well, that was impressive. Match that. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's got everything you'd want from a top-level keeper. Great shot-stopping, but also a very cool head and a good organiser. What's more, he's very happy to play sweeper-keeper behind that defence, mopping up loose balls before picking a pass and get his team on the front foot again.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. So that's got things underway. Germany have gone with a 4-5-1, Jim.
Well, most teams that use this system, Peter, will work it in a way where, yes, they'll have a 4...
Takes a shot! Goal, Germany! And the game springs instantly to life.
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Dembele. It's Dembele! And for sure, that was not one of his best. It's a good foot in there. Over to the other side. Out to the left it goes. Shoots! France with the corner. They're first. Germany have the chance to go the other way. Barcola. Sané. And here's Barcola. Musiala. And it's Henriks. Tar. And Stiller. Havertz. Played out to the left flank.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
There's the header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Henriks.
France are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Played out wide.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And once more, he proves rigid and robust. And here's Mbappe. He's away. Barcola. Big chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Just off target. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He's picked his way through. Thinks about the shot. Wirtz was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Mbappe. Tar does well to stand firm and defend it. Musiala. Spread out to the left. And he cuts out the supply. That has been cut short. And it's Musiala. Sané. Threads one in. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, what a climb! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Hernandez. Dembele. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
There's the shot! Oh, taken with style. It had to come. It just had to come. He had to have his say. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
France grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, good-looking ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's going for goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Hernandez. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Musiala, and it's Sané. Now it's Havertz. Sané looking to get on the end of this.
2 added minutes has been
Back
indicated.
almost at once. Sané. That's a good ball out wide. What a throw in. Stiller. Oh, shooting chance! Goal, Germany! And again they hit the front. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
And the first half is done. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
And a quick
Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Everyone, our lads.
Here we go again.
France can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And he welcomes it in. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Quality ball. Konate defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Kimmich. Now it's Sané. Now it's Barcola. Now it's Dembele. Mbappe receives it in a Camavinga! In he goes again. It's there. It's level again. What a match we have.
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
After 52 minutes is number 19.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Real chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Mbappe probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Henriks.
France have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
It's Henriks. Havertz. It's out for a goal kick. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Kone does really well to win the ball there. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's there to clear it. And he's only too happy to take that back. Stiller has found the net here, of course. Tar. And it's Mittelstedt. Stiller.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
And it's made its way to him. Fires it in low.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And Mittelstedt. Mittelstedt goes on a run down the left wing. Now it's Mbappe. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Griezmann joining us now, a player, of course, who needs no introduction.
Now, that's what you call a luxury addition, to be able to summon someone of this calibre.
Aimed beyond the defence. Musiala. It's a really well-measured ball. It's a promising position. Oh, that's fabulous. Over to the left. Wirtz. France perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Substitution for Germany. Number 10, Musiala. Number 26,
Henriks.
He's
Number 18.
taking no chances there.
Mittelstädt.
Now
Coming
it's
on the
Vince.
field. Number 8. Leon
France
Goretzka.
have
Number
now
5.
used up all but one of their substitution
Number
windows.
22. Foul.
Substitutions
Thuram.
taking place.
Can he finish? And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Round. Distributed tidily. Searching passes played there. That was good alertness. Lead. It's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, that was coming, Peter. You know, he was on a final warning after all.
Substitution.
He's fizzed it forward. Rudiger. Sane is onto it in a flash. And here's Goretzka. He is through here. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That has been slung wide. That is good strength. Germany have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Kimmich with the short one. Foot in. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Goretzka. Lovely ball in a real chance. Chance for a shot! Decent enough try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Rudiger. It's a sharp pass. He's looking wide.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he gets rid in a
Minute
hurry.
has been indicated.
That's the throw. And he's gone searching crossfield. Now it's Mbappe. We are into stoppage time. Thuram. Chance to deliver. Tries to get it clear. Thuram. He's had a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
And that is as far as it goes. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities, and neither willing to give in. Kone claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you
reminder
a
today
very
to
good
please
evening.
drink responsibly. Anyone appearing intoxicated or behaving in an inappropriate manner will be removed. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, it's Jim Begley.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And we rise now for the Danish national anthem. They have thrown down the gauntlet with that anthem. Now to match it.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Christian Eriksen. He's super accurate with both feet, Peter, and able to deliver a cross or a through ball with just the perfect bend or indeed weight. All this allied to great awareness and vision, which make him a massive creative talent. What I really like about Eriksen, though, is that he's got the energy and the determination to keep going for 90 minutes every game. He's a trier.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Højbjerg. Anderson. Now it's Mbappe. Now this could be a chance. Bakula! And that should get the job done. Tries to throw. Oh, smashing header! Couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Eriksen. Out to the left it goes. He's only too happy to take that back. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Højlund. Kamavinga. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And here's Højlund. Over to the left. Gusto going vertical. And this is Dembele. Plays it. Goes for a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Deftly away.
Dembele really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Isaacson receives it in a wide position. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. So we're still where we started right now. Dembele, that has been cut short. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Højbjerg. And it's Eriksen. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Højbjerg getting on for a third of the way through the game. Tries to pass it through. Big chance, corner. And it's been taken short. Great defending, strong and determined. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Kone. Hernandez. Isaacson. Eriksen. Now Højbjerg. Christensen. And Isaacson. It's gone out for a throw-in. Kone. Dembele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Corner number 2 then. And he's gone looking for safety. Denmark have the chance to go the other way. Højlund. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Knocks it into space. Oh, that is a nice touch. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Well-timed, excellent interception. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Searching pass he's played there. Now it's Mbappe. Chance, surely! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
Christensen.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Pretty robust defending.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Some first half thoughts?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. There's the start of the second half.
France are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Isaacson. Can he get it through? Anderson promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Isaacson. Dembele. Neatly clipped into space. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Christensen. Can he get on the end of this?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Denmark have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Only partially clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Isaacson does well to get it back. Threads one in. This looks promising. Barcola gets through on his own. Barcola with a definite foul there. And he's going to have his name taken. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Now it's Eriksson. Højbjerg. That has been slung wide. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, they've got plenty back, they can deal with that. Gusto, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Hernandez goes on a charge down the left. Nice looking ball. Anderson is there and he can get that clear.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And here's Kone. Hernandez got a long way forward to join the attack. Now it's Højlund. He's looking wide. Chooses to go crossfield. Isaacson. And it's Camavinga. Dembele. Camavinga. No, he is not giving anything away. Højbjerg did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. The shot! Oh, what has happened here? It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Højbjerg, pass somewhat off target. He is through here! Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now it's Eriksson. Hernandez. And that chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught now. Dembele!
France really deserve full marks for effort, though. It's clear they want to win this.
Now it's Eriksson. Referee's given a throw.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 4. Le numéro 19. À leur place.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away.
Griezmann. Le numéro
Cross
23.
flung in towards the middle.
Changement en cours.
Konate gets it away. And it's gone back to the keeper. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Anderson gets across to intercept that. Aims beyond the defence. Now it's Mbappe. And the finish! It's in! And he's got what he came for, his 20th goal. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that goes to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Le numéro 3.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
He's having a go! It's anyone's... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Now there's a fine ball.
France really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Christensen. And he skips past his man. That has ended up in no man's land. That has not gone well. Vestergaard. Højbjerg. So that's it. It is all over. France have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Mbappe taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We stand for the national anthem of France. Well, that has got the juices flowing, and now this. The lineup we have suggests it's going to be a 4-5-1 formation, Jim.
Well, most teams that use this system, Peter, will work it in a way where, yes, they'll have a 4-5-1 shape off the ball and ideally a 4-3-3 shape on it. We often see that 4-1-4-1 shape too, and that has an obvious flexibility about it. It's a popular managerial selection because of that. It's just extremely flexible with all the numbers I've mentioned.
And we're underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
I think Theo Hernandez is one of the most exciting fullbacks in the game. Rarely have I seen a player display all the qualities needed in a complete fullback at such a tender age, and at a time where the role of the fullback is even more crucial. He really is a diamond.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Bakula! And that is doing no harm at all.
France certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's found a way past. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now it's Mbappe. Barcola receives it in a good position here. He's picked his way through. Great chance! Same again, same outcome.
France really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Can he get it through? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Kyoto. Saliba cuts out the pass. The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. In with the challenge. Dembele. Now, can they get him away? And he's there to get it away. It's a pretty loose pass.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Saliba cuts it out. Shifted it to the flank. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Takes a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And it's a goal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Now it's Kone. He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time. Can he get on the end of this? That is a great pick out.
That's just playing it safe and simple. I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
And the return pass.
France are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Barcola, and he's gone searching crossfield. Knocks it into space. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Hernandez clears. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, that's fabulous. Dembele's delivery.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Kone really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very...
Goes for a shot! Oh, it rattles the bar. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Mbappe. Dembele. And the ball's come loose. Oh, it's fallen loose again! He's scored! France are back on level terms. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence, and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's a genuine sense of tit-for-tat here, Peter. Neither side seems willing to back off here. This is a terrific watch.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Looking to play him in. He is through here. Can he find the finish? And that was very necessary. Ooh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Los jugadores están entrando al campo de juego.
The second half then, just getting going. Played back in, and he was alert to it.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That pass isn't the best. Tries to play it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space...
Climbs up big! No, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
That's a decent clearance. France have the chance to go the other way. Over to the other side. Saliba takes control of it and he's on the move. Honduras can breathe again, just.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's a really well-measured ball. That is lovely. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this... and the shots! Great reaction! Their attempts, just the wrong outcome. France have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter.
La cantidad de espectadores de este partido fue de 80.953.
He's in a great position here. Chance! Great strike, but the keeper's equal to it. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Griezmann joining us now, a player, of course, who needs no introduction.
Now, that's what you call a luxury addition, to be able to summon someone of this calibre.
And it's Gusto. Oh, easy pickings there. France perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now they could break here. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He's got away. Looking for options for movement. Oh, he's played it in low. Saliba tries to clear. That'll be a throw. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Cambio en Honduras. Número 10. Entrará al campo. Número 16.
Konate. Great ball and he's in. And a chance! Goal! France! It had to come! It just had to come! He had to have his say! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Cambio en Honduras. Número 21.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Se está realizando
France
un cambio.
get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo.
There's the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
France will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Thuram. Well, they put it back in a hurry. And he's managed... Shoots! And that would have been game, set and match.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Hernandez could try cutting inside here. Lofted in. Here's the header! It's a goal! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will stick.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Zaire Emery. Mbappe looks to get on the end of this. That has been slung wide.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Mbappe, played into space. Now it's Thuram. And now the breakaway. Zaire Emery. Threads one in. Can he finish? Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Cambio en Honduras. Número 9.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Cleared away. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Zaire Emery looking here to chip it through. And he gets rid in a hurry. Gusto makes the interception. Oh, well measured. Oh, shooting chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Time, excellent interception.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Great vision. It's a promising position. Aimed beyond the defence. And that is that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The strains of the national anthem of Colombia. Quite some performance, and now here comes the response. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
So it's away we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I think this fella, Luis Diaz, will have a key role in being the link man. He's so good when it comes to progressing the ball up the pitch, and he'll often drop deep to do that. Above all, though, I like his feistiness. There's a combative and energetic edge to everything he does.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And it's claimed by the keeper. That is good alertness. Oh, good-looking ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Barcola hits a goal kick. Lukumi and Diaz. Gusto, good strong midfield running here. And he's... Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Goal! France! And France are in front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper. He's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Colombia are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Passing is crisp and sharp. There they go, hunting in packs. So just a one early goal to report, so chance for a shot! And it's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
What a moment of brilliance, control and perfect accuracy.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Colombia grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Quality ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Now Mbappe is on his real chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better chance, really, and 99 times out of 100, and you know what I'm going to say next.
Lerma. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Cuesta.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
And it's James Rodriguez. Diaz. Crunching tackle. The referee's awarded a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Spread it left. Mojica made a search from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Not the most accurate pass. Searching pass he's played there. Now it's Mbappe. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And we have our very first corner. That has been knocked clear. Colombia have the chance to go the other way. Diaz receives it in a wide position. Tries to pass it through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Diaz is onto this. Konate gets rid without sophistication.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, that's a key interception. Barcola looking to add to his goal. Now it's Camavinga. So what can they make of this? Oh, Red, nice interception. Lerma. And now the breakaway. And it's Lerma. Lukumi for Lerma. Diaz. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Colombia! And the comeback is complete.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Le numéro 11.
Colombia take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Now it's Mbappe. Chance here to counter. Lerma kept his eye on it, and he's there. Vargas gets it away. And here's Barcola. And this is Dembele. Great chance! They've done it! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
But pour l'équipe de France.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
This is quite a battle.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Placing it Dembele! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Lerma. Lukumi. Mojica. Diaz. And the whistle goes for half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow.
Merci de votre compréhension. Et merci d'accueillir nos joueurs sur le terrain.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Colombia ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there.
Lerma. That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything.
And it's Kone. Now it's Mbappe. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Mojica. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Mbappe. He's looking wide. Barcola has it in a wide position. Now here's the delivery. Now it's Diaz. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Mbappe. This looks promising. Now it's Mbappe. No, that's been intercepted. James Rodriguez. Mojica. It's gone for a throw-in. Diaz. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lerma. James Rodriguez. And Diaz. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Out towards the flank. James Rodriguez. Saliba gets a foot in here. Now it's Mbappe. Mojica, who does have an assist to his name. Can he spark a counter here? And it's James Rodriguez. Nice looking ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. France can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Well, that is the number we all wanted to see. What a sight this is.
It's a wow moment. Now that's the sort of change you don't see every day.
France are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And here's Mbappe. Munoz clears it away. Hernandez wins the duel this time. Barcola. Kone. Oh, well played. Munoz. And it's Griezmann. Griezmann will not want to lose out here. Has a shot! Griezmann! Becoming a modern great. A finish right from the top draw. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
But pour l'équipe de France.
One moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
France go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Now it's Mbappe. Ball looks a good one. He's shifting through the gears here. Can he finish? He scored! Two up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Well, how's that for a class finish?
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to have box him by going the other. Very nice.
Le numéro 19.
And now he has two.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 20.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Changement.
France take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Changement en cours.
Mojica turns back here, probably the best option. Lukumi, and it's Munoz. Sinistera succumbs to the pressure, and here's the chance to counter. And it's Kone. Oh, that's well spotted. Lerma. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Colomwani. Off the post! He's having a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 19.
A couple of changes then in quick succession. Thuram to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Can he get it through? He's got away. Shoots! Well, that is rather wayward.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
Threads one in. Mojica. Quintero. 5 minutes left on the clock. Over to the left. Quintero. It's Quintero! Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Colombia finding their passes. Tries a
Il y aura
shot!
4 minutes de temps additionnel.
Spread out to the left. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Kone. And it's Griezmann.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Lerma. Quintero. So that's it. It is all over. France have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
Well, I've just got to give them great credit for the way in which they've managed to turn this around. Going behind seemed to strengthen their resolve, and it's been a wholehearted reaction and an absolutely terrific win.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Les stationnements sur la bretelle d'accès au stade sont priés de les déplacer immédiatement.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We stand for the national anthem of France.
And this is now today's lineup.
Well, five at the back, Jim. It does feel fairly defensively oriented, this formation.
Well, you could say it's a lineup that's all about creating positive transitions. The lack of width in midfield with just three in there makes the role of the fullbacks more crucial, or wing-backs. You have to have them constantly push up, forcing opposition players back and giving your team a little more freedom.
Easier said than done.
That's right, but it does work very well, provided you have the right players to pull it off.
So it's down to business here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. He's managed to get himself offside. Barcola going face-to-face with his great rival. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That is a great pick out. He has found a way through. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Played out towards the right wing. Good ball over the top. Alioski tries to clear. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
He's in a great position here. Elmas stood his ground strongly. Up he goes! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He is through here. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. France, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And it's Gusto. Nice control. Now, what about a counter-attack? Front-footed pressing going on here. Alioski. Gusto does well to get it back. Oh, that's a key interception. Alioski. Dimitrievski with the clearance. No, that's been intercepted. Elmas. Mbappe. Oh, it's Dembele. Played out wide. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Back in once more. Terrific header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Can he get on the end of this? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's only too happy to take that back. Played out to the left flank. Alioski. Whistle's gone, that's foul. It's made its way to him. Oh, it's Dembele. No, it's come to nothing. And that has been clubbed away. And he goes cross-field.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
He's played it back. And it's Conte. Shot, surely! It goes to show he is human after all.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Pass somewhat off target. Spread it left. It's played through for him. Shoots! What a time to score! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
A 1-0 lead established.
2 added minutes has
Well, I
been
think the managers are
indicated.
going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Elmas, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And there's the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Please be made
It's a
aware
dressing room
smoking
that
is only
needs
permitted
rousing
in
at half-time,
designated
because
areas
in
within
truth
these
they've
grounds.
not really been at it so far.
And there they are.
If the pep
Please
talk
welcome our
works,
players,
we may
everyone.
see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitution.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Gusto has it out wide and in space. He's shooting! Cleared without complication. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. France with the corner, they're first. Dimitrievski needs a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Alioski. Oh, that's fabulous. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Out again for a throw-in. France different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Danger averted for now. France still chasing a 1-goal deficit here. Well, that's well spotted. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. That is lovely. And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Gets a good foot in there. Griezmann. And he can clear it away and reclaimed it in a trice.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
Alioski. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
It is a corner, good chance. It's their second corner of the game. Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's got away. And he's had it nicked away. France finding their passes. Barcola. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. France perhaps contemplating their next change here. He gets big! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Alioski. Threads one in. That's a nicely shaped ball. Driving through the middle.
North Macedonia surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Hernandez receives it in a wide position. Elmas goes back to front. That's been cut out, well played. And he's lost his man here. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Elif Elmas. Number 16, coming on the field.
Time is running out here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
This looks promising. Thuram unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Alioski can get it clear. And that is out of play.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And he's straight offside. There's a probing ball. France have reached the now or never stage. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Into stoppage time. He's found a way through. Elects to cross.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's that, the end. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That
Just
brings
a
us to
quick
the end of our
request today
coverage.
for everybody to
So
please
from us
kindly
both,
remove
a
any
very
cars
good evening.
parked on the road outside the stadium.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We stand for the national anthem of Switzerland. Well, that was impressive. Match that. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, N'Golo Kante. He is only one midfielder, but it often feels like he does the work of two or three. He's got exceptional awareness for danger and the stamina to make sure he can go and snuff it out over and over again if required. He's also exceptional in the tackle, and when you watch him in the latter parts of a game, 90th minute plus, he looks as if he's in the first five.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. So that's got things underway. And here's Colomwani. He has found the way through. And it's played into the... Up he goes! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! France! And the game springs instantly to life.
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
But pour l'équipe de France. Après 3 minutes de
Some
jeu.
heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Switzerland are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Played towards the other side. It's run loose here. Oh, that's fabulous. Cross goes in there. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That is good alertness. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Alvedi spots it and intercepts. Can he get on the end of this? Goes for a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Rodriguez plays it short. Rodriguez. Well, that looks a decent ball. Nicely weighted ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Shoots! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Granit Xhaka. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Ricardo Rodriguez. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Dembele. Decent chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He's got away with one there. Switzerland are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
And it's Garcia. That is good strength. He's picked his way through. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
France are looking to go forward now. Kanji calmly anticipates. Oh, no question, that's a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Alvedi. Ricardo Rodriguez. Freuler. Oh, there's a probing ball. Granit Xhaka.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left...
Oh, what a climb!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Played out wide. Camavinga! They scored! The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. The defence let themselves down by not picking them up. I think the boss won't be amused.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Barcola.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He has a look out. Garcia. Granit Xhaka. Now, can they get him away? France heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Ball's gone out of play. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Colomwani might just make this. It's a pretty loose pass. Zakaria. Looking for options for movement. Aimed in towards the centre. Danger averted for now. Ricardo Rodriguez.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Granit Xhaka, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
That's nice. Garcia. And it's Xhaka. Zakaria. For Granit Xhaka. Out to the left it goes. And we hit half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
N'oubliez pas l'opération caritative
France in control at
organisée autour de ce
half-time,
match.
2-0.
Merci d'avance. Souhaitons tous ensemble la bienvenue à nos joueurs sur le terrain.
And we're underway again. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Delivers with wit. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And he's gone long. Camavinga wins the duel this time. Now it's Kone. Barcola. Barcola! And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chance, surely! A real chance and a real let-off.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Threads one in. Garcia. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Colomwani.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add...
Tries a shot! France in a very solid position, 2 to the good. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
Some resolute defending there. This might spell danger. Garcia. Just eases him off the ball. And here's Barcola. Now it's Colomwani. It's Dembele! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Changement.
A case now of complete control. Freuler. He's not played the ball, that's a foul.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 4. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 13. Griezmann.
Pass just lacking in accuracy. France perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Over to the left. Garcia picks it up out wide. He's got away. Plays it in low. Camavinga. And it's Embolo. Griezmann.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time. That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
That's good play. Now the delivery. It's a clearance, but not much of one. Now he's off and running. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Tries to play it through. Tries to cross. Camavinga! He got the hard part right, but the rest wrong.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Foot in. Colomboani. Griezmann! Oh no, a quite unbelievable miss.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 19.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 20. Le numéro 23. Changement en cours.
Great vision. And he's picked it up out wide. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And he cuts out the supply.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Conte. Oh, good-looking ball. He's a sharp little ball here. And that has been clubbed away. It's gone out for a throw-in. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Keeper has taken decisive action. The final 5 minutes. No outsmarting him this time. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Oh, played through for the wide man. Koundé. Okafor is onto this.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Oh, shooting chance! Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And he's quick to snatch it back. Can he get it through? Akanji. That could spell trouble. Turan gets... There's the shot! It's in! It is no contest. It is a landslide. A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
How can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
So that's it. It is all over. France, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Merci de votre compréhension.